Good morning. On top of the morning to each and every one this morning. Hope you are blessed and filled with grace. As you could see, it's full moon. Moon is shining bright like a diamond. Traffic is flowing this morning. It's 18 to 20 miles an hour. As you can see, I'm on I-20 West heading to work. But in the morning, I love to watch the moon. This morning there's no cloud over the moon. You could see the moon shining to my left. So bright the moon is. The traffic is moving this morning, although it's minutes to 7. Wherever you're watching from, hope you and your family are having a blessed morning. This weekend is the start of the World Championship. And I can see where most of the athletes are getting ready. Today is what, the 9th of the 9th? In 2 days' time, it's going to be what, 9/11? 9/11 is on Thursday? Yeah, 9/11. Wherever in the world you're watching from, good morning, on top of the morning to you. I am driving to work. I'm alive and well, moving about freely. It's on the cool side this morning. It's now 61 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to talk about the World Championship this morning. So if you love track and field, or are your country entering the World Championship? I'm from Jamaica, so we love track and field. A lot of the athletes from Jamaica that come from a poor background, that's one of the ways to enrich these athletes, take them and their family out of poverty. So track and field is a big event in Jamaica from Boys and Girls Championship every year. They would go to the Boys and Girls, all the high school and secondary school in Jamaica. They'll go to the Boys and Girls Championship in March, and you could tell which athletes gonna be the next Cena out of Jamaica, like the likes of Usain Bolt and Shelly-Ann Fraser, Elaine Thompson Hera, and Asafa Powell, just to name a few, Johan Blake. And now you have Shericka Jackson, and then you have the Clayton twins. So if you're following track and field, this weekend gonna be the World Championship. We have U.S. against the rest of the world. So the 100-meter male and female, that's gonna be a cracker. And the 200 both for male and female. And then the hurdle, both male and female, it's gonna be something to watch. Most people gonna stay tuned to their TV if you're in America or Jamaica, because the 100-meter for male with Noah Lyles, Kishane Thompson, and Oblique Seville, and Akeem Blake, and Lindsay. So it's gonna, and then you got Benerick have to redeem himself from that push that he pushed Noel Lyle after the championship. Yes, some people don't lose gracefully, and Ben Eric is one of them. So he trained real hard to see if he can come back and redeem himself. But if you are a track and field lover, then this weekend gotta stay tuned to your TV to watch the World Championship. So I'll be watching because I'll be rooting for Jamaica, although I live in America. Yes, I represent the black, gold, and green. This morning traffic is flowing smoothly, so we haven't had any hiccups yet. As you can see, there's a tractor trailer or a rig in front of me, but I'm in no haste to go to work. That's why the manager said if you leave early, then you don't need to speed. But yes, this weekend is the World Championship. What country are you watching from? And who are your favorite athletes going into the World Championship? Track and field we are talking about this morning. I have Julian Alfred out of St. Lucia. She's the Olympic 100-meter champion. So yes, she's running some good time, but Melissa Jefferson Hooden, she's the one to beat this year. She run the fastest time. She run 10.65, 10.66. And there was some controversy with Gabby Thomas. Gabby Thomas come out and state that any coach that they find violating the doping, then they should be banned for life. They shouldn't be coaching any athletes because he's tainted. So this is what she's saying, that they need to ban those coaches because so she was trying to say that the coach that coaching some of the athletes that's running some fast time. So saying this to say that it seemed like she's saying that the athletes maybe doping up. I don't know. This year Gabby not running no fast time, so everybody says she's bad mind. But hey, it's something to look into. Me for one, if you're not running any fast time last year and all of a sudden you start to run fast time, it's something to look into. If you were running fast time all your life and yeah, you're still running fast time, then there's no need to look into it because you've been running fast. But if you was running like 11.2 last year and all of a sudden you start running 10.6, 10.5, then yes, it's something to look into. That's questionable. But there's no way you're gonna PB within what, months? Yeah. And lowering your personal this. But that's the sport. But this morning I'm talking about track and field. So wherever in the world you're watching from, you could just state your country, where you're watching from, and who is your favorite athlete going into the World Championship. We're talking about track and field. The athletes that I love is out of Jamaica to represent the 1, the 2, because that's our pet peeve. Because the 100-meter male and female, the 200-meter male and female. This year, most of our athletes for female, I don't know, they don't look that good. Shelly Ann Fraser Price, she's going to retire after this World Championship. She's like 37, 38. And she'll be retiring after this World Championship. But we have the Clayton twins. So we have Tia Clayton and Tina Clayton, but it's only one make it to the World Championship. One got injured at the trial, so she ain't gonna make it. If she did win the Diamond League, then she would make it, but such is life. But she's one of those athletes who running some fast time because at that last Diamond League she was second behind Julian Alfred. Julian Alfred take the Diamond League and she was second place. So after the injury in June, she recovered. I hope they take her. I didn't look at the list of all the athletes who go into the World Championship. But tomorrow morning I'll make sure I have the list up of all the Jamaican athletes who is going to take part in the World Championship. Wherever you're watching from, you could just state the country where you're watching from and which of the athletes you'll be cheering for in the World Championship. In the 400 meter, it's gonna be something to watch. Because USA, yeah, USA have a country with what, over 3 million people, and every year, every championship or Olympic, they're the dominant in the 400, both male and female. But I love the hurdle. Yep, because it's gonna be US against Norway. So wherever you're watching from, you could just state what country you're from and who's gonna be your favorite athletes going into the World Championship. We are talking track and field this morning. I'm from Jamaica, wood of London water. So we sleep and dream and breathe of track and field. So if you love track and field, state for your favorite athletes going into this year World Championship. Starting this weekend, 9/13. That's the date. So I'll be watching Sheriff Parker, State Trooper. This morning she got on her lights. It's about between this 2 mile radius every morning. Because people always speeding. Because they're late to go nowhere. Yes, but this weekend I'll be watching the World Championship. I ain't gonna leave my house much. Because I want to see some of our athletes from Jamaica who will be taking part in the World Championship. Like Shane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Akeem Blake. That's in the 100 meter. In the 200 meter, you're going to have Lavelle, Brian Lavelle, which is, you're running some fast time, but at the trial, he was left in the black. Then he went on to run, what, 9.8 something, to personal to PB. I hope him that they put him on the 4x1. Yeah, because he got a 200 strength. But wherever you're watching from, you could just state what country. And do you love track and field or like track and field? I'm from Jamaica, so track and field is our bread and butter. It used to be cricket, but track and field from the likes of Herb McKinley, Donald Quarry, And all those athletes from back in the day, now you have the likes after Asafa Powell and Usain Bolt, Johan Blake, Nesta Carter, Michael Frater. In the women's side, you have the great Merlene Ottey. Yes, Merlene Ottey. Yes, she was running up until what, 50 something. Yeah, she was the oldest woman to represent. Yeah, she moved to Slovenia from Jamaica. Yes, because she said that Jamaica was unfair to her. But I think she was long past her prime. She should have stepped aside and let Dodie run because Dodie was the junior athlete at the time. But because she done so much for Jamaica, then they allowed her to run, and then that was the end of Dodie career. If you have a trial and you place, I don't think nobody else is supposed to replace you if you're not injured. If you have an injury, then yes, they can replace you, but otherwise from that, no. That's why it's a trial. You earn your spot, you win your spot. And if you win your spot, then nobody should have replaced you if you're not injured. Yes. So from 1 to 6, you can make it to under relay T, but it's only what, 3? If you're the defending champion, then you'll have 4 athletes from your country in that event. If you run the qualifying time, because you still have to run the qualifying time. Yes. But I'll be watching the 1, 2, and the 110-meter hurdle. Yes. That's going to be something to watch. I am watching Nugent in the woman hurdle, and then the 100-meter for male and female. Melissa Jefferson, she's running the fastest time this year. She run 10.65 and 10.66, 10.76. So she's the only athlete to peak at 10.6 this year. No other athletes. Every other athlete is at 10.7. Alfred 10.7. I think it's only Alfred run 10.7. I think the Clayton twins they run 10.8. And Talou run 10.8 as well. I don't think Shelly and run 10.8. But the Clayton twins, they run 10.8. Yeah. But most of your favorite athletes, and I don't think Sharika Jackson run 10.8 this year. She run 10.9. Yeah. But never count out a great coach like Stephen Francis. Stephen Francis is one of the world-renowned coaches. Coach the likes of Melanie Walker, Nesta Carter, Safa Powell. Yeah, he's won a lot of championship and Olympic medals. So you got 2 famous coaches out of Jamaica. You have Stephen Francis from the MVP, and you have the great man himself, the man who coached Usain Leo Bolt and Johan Blake. That's Glenn Mills. Yes, the Racers. That's the name of his club. Yes. Now he have the likes of Oblique Seville, which gonna goes up in 100-meter for male. And I hope this time Seville can medal. This is gonna be his second, I think it's his second championship. But he always coming fourth. he will make it to the final, but come fourth. That he be running faster time in the semi-final than in the final. You need to adjust and know how to do rounds because it's why you got the heat, then you got the semi-final, and then you got the final. So that's 3 rounds. But he just go hard in the heat, go hard in the semi-final, and then in the final he don't have much leave in his tank, and that's when it needs to count. When you are in the final, you need to guns out, put on your blinders, and run like a horse. Don't look to your left nor to your right. Just focus on your lane ahead of you. But he just, I don't know. He just get timid like a Safa Powell and just fade when everybody running like a horse to get to the line. And he have a style where he look to the left and look around and play around like he winning. Yep, just run. It's your last race. That's why it's a final. And if you're in the final, that means you have a chance to medal. If you're hungry enough, you will win. If you're not hungry enough, then yeah, you will lose. Because most of the time, it's not like a better athlete or a faster athlete beating him. Because the other athletes are focused. He's not. You got to focus on the lane ahead of you. It's 100 meter. You don't win at 110 meter. You win at 100. So you just run to 101 meter. Once you cross the line first, then you won the race. And that's what he needs to do, focus more on his race instead of watching to the left and to the right. You can never understand with him. But good morning, wherever in the world you're watching from. Hope you guys are having yourself a wonderful morning. As you could see, it's lighting out. It's 7:04 right now. We're at in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, and they said there's a lot of uproar in Atlanta, Georgia, because at Hyundai plant, they sending home 475 workers back to South Korea, and the people are crying out that how can you send home productive people? They're the one who trained in your own country people from America to make plants or battery, and you send them home. Say, oh, because of a Karen, a whistleblower, I say, hey, Hyundai is bringing illegal workers. Get them out of here. And now you cut off your nose to spoil your face. Because now what you're going to do? Outsource all those jobs? So now, other studios and other company are moving out of Georgia. This studio is moving out and they hire 20,000 people. So now Georgia economy gonna tank because you just let a Karen let you like, oh, because of Donald Trump, get rid of illegal immigrants, get rid of them out of here, and now you are sending them home, and now other company are moving out of Georgia. So you just lost what, 20,000 jobs. So how much money that you're gonna lose to your economy? All because of a Karen. 400 other people they're working at the plant. So most likely, if they're training your countryman and woman, that means they soon go back home. They're not permanent. Then they want to deport them, and the South Korean president said, "No, I'll send flight for them. You don't have to deport them. I'll come for them," which is the dignity of a true president for his people. Because instead of deporting them, then he come for them. Yeah, as they said, they don't trust America to send them back home because they are engineers. And you know, every country that have engineer, they want to keep them because hey, that's your brain of your company. But you're watching from Albany, Western Australia. That means you're a cricket lover. Melanie Hill. Yeah, that means you're a cricket lover, Melanie. In Jamaica, West Indies, we used to have a good team back in the days when we play Australian cricket. So this guy don't say school bus stop signs. He's speeding. I stop far from the school bus. I don't even want to get close when you see those lights blinking. You don't want to be caught on camera. It's a $1,000 fine. Yes, Melanie. But yeah, Australia versus West Indies. Those was the days. But now West Indies turn West Indies. I don't even watch them like that anymore. I say that good, good. Yeah, but we're talking about South Korea and the USA in Atlanta, Georgia, where they did have 475 workers working at a plant in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and a whistleblower report them that they have illegal worker working at a Hyundai plant, and he did not. ICE would make a raid and say they're gonna deport them, but the South Korean government said, "Oh no, we'll send our flight for them." So at least they have dignity. So they come back as deportee. You don't watch cricket? Yeah, I think every Australian watch cricket because is that your number one sports? I don't know. I see they play rugby as well. And what was that 200-meter runner name? Mm. And that 100, what was 400-meter? With the three of them with football. American football or soccer? I know the rest of the world call football, and America call football soccer. I'm just kidding. Yeah. But in America, you got to talk about soccer, not football. The rest of the world calls football because it's foot and hand play the ball. And in America, they call it soccer, which they use most of their hand. Throw the ball, catch the ball, and do most things. The only thing they do with the ball is punt the ball, or kick field goal, or kick. Yeah. But otherwise, they call it soccer in America. But yeah, football, yeah. I think your team make it to the World Cup, so next year you'll be watching the World Cup. Australia, yeah. But yes, so Atlanta will be losing a lot of jobs, and they say in the history of America, it's the first and the lowest employed in the history of America because just last month it's only 20,000 people employed. So you know a lot of people is losing their jobs. And Donald Trump getting rid of who he said like are illegal immigrants. and are criminals. But it's not like that. He's getting rid of you if you have a felony and you be change and becoming a productive citizen. So they say your past become what? Your future. So your past can haunt you, and that's what it's doing to a lot of these people who get caught up now in ICE custody and being deported. And you don't have to come from Africa or wherever. They can just pick you up and send you there. Yep, that's what they're doing. That's it. But good morning to each and everyone this morning. Hope you are blessed and filled with grace. It's a beautiful day to be alive and well, the 9th of the 9th, 2025. It's 2 day time, it's gonna be 9/11. And I have a son that born on 9/11, so I have to remember that day. That's 9/11, his birthday, 9/11. Wherever in the world you're watching from this weekend, start off the World Championship, where athletes from all over the world get together in Korea. I was watching the Jamaican team. They're already and they're doing their vlogs, which I love. Some of the athletes going into the World Championship. Sharika Jackson, the Clayton twins, and it's gonna be a cracker. But only sure person is in the 100 meter is Melissa Jefferson in the 100 meter for women, because I'm driving to work. That's what I'm doing right now. I know Australia is 12-hour time zone. Yeah, because when we used to watch cricket, we used to watch cricket before day with my grandparents. That's how we never have television, so we have to listen on the radio. And listening on the radio is like you were watching. Oh man, those was the good old days though. I won't change it for now because we were more loving and caring about each other. As you could see, look to my right. See those leaves are changing because the time is getting cooler this morning. This was 59 degrees this morning. So as you could see, let me slow down. Yeah. But blessings, good morning to you all, and remember to like, share, and subscribe to Tampa_1960 TV, where we keep you up with what's going on in the neck of our hood. Peace and love to you all. Blessings. See, 7:15 p.m. Yeah, 12 hours. All right, Melanie, take it easy and have yourself a productive day and be